Hello, I'm your host, Hugo Alejandro Pedrosa. Last time, you learned how to ask important questions while on the job. Today, you will learn about work schedules. When you work, you have a set time to start work, have lunch, and finish work. Sometimes work schedules change, and this could be a problem for you and your employer. Let's watch and listen to Mrs. Lopez and Maria talk about Maria's work schedule problems. If Mrs. Lopez had her way, would Maria work overtime?
Good afternoon, Latino Legal Services. This is Maria. May I help you?
Maria, this is Grandma. I'm getting off at 5:30 today, and we should have dinner around 6 o'clock.
Sorry, Grandma. I have to stay late. There's a lot of work I have to finish.
Maria, that's 3 nights this week. Can somebody else finish it?
Everyone else has gone home. Besides, Mr. Novella asked me to stay late, so I have to. And we need the money.
Maria, I don't like it. You might get sick working so much overtime. When you start working at 9, you should be able to get off at 5.
I promise I'll be home by 8. I'll have time to relax this weekend. We can go. Oh, I'll talk to you about it when I get home. My boss is coming.
Maria, tell him to go home. He's been working too hard too.
Grandma. I'll talk to you later.
Hi, my name is Barbara Witz, and I'll be your teacher today. Let's talk about what we just saw. Is it morning or afternoon? That's right, it's afternoon. Who calls Maria at work? Yes, Mrs. Lopez, Maria's grandmother, calls Maria. Does Mrs. Lopez want to have dinner with Maria tonight? Yes, she does. What time does Mrs. Lopez want to have dinner? That's right, at 6 o'clock. Can Maria have dinner with her grandmother tonight at 6? No, she can't. Why not? That's right, because Maria has to work overtime tonight. What time does Maria say she'll be home? That's right, at 8 o'clock. Does Mrs. Lopez want Maria to work overtime? No, she doesn't. Mrs. Lopez is upset that Maria's schedule changes and that she has to work overtime. Grandmothers aren't the only people who get upset at schedule changes. Bosses can too. Figuring out a schedule can be very difficult, and employers have to deal with many different people's schedules. When someone changes their schedule, it can mean that everybody's schedule changes too. Let's listen to Ann talk to her employer, Mrs. Riley, about changing her schedule. Is Mrs. Riley pleased that Ann has to change her schedule? What is Ann's schedule problem? Can Ann not come in early mornings or afternoons?
I'm sorry. I could not get here any earlier today.
You know, we discussed the work schedule when I hired you.
I know we did, but then the babysitter got another job and now I have to arrange for childcare again.
How long will that take?
That's just it. I don't know. Would it be possible to change my schedule?
All right, let's go look at your schedule. See what we can do. Okay, here we go.
The only problems for me are early mornings, just on these days.
Okay. Let me see what I can do. Well, I need someone to come in the morning. What time would you be able to get here?
I could be here by 9:30.
How often?
Oh, every day, except Sundays. I go to church Sunday mornings.
Okay. You sure 9:30 won't be a problem for you?
No problem.
Okay, well that means you would finish at 5:30 Tuesday through Friday. Is that all right?
Yes, 5:30 is fine.
Great. Let's see if I can work this out with the master schedule. Okay. Calvin can only work in the afternoons. Judy can only work weekends. You know, Marcia mentioned she might be available in the mornings. Let me call Marcia and see what we can work out, okay?
Is Ann on time for work this morning? No, she isn't. Is Mrs. Riley pleased that Ann is late for work? No, she isn't. Why is Ann late for work this morning? That's right, because her babysitter found another job. What does Ann say she has to do? That's right, she says she has to arrange for childcare. Would Ann like to keep her schedule the way it is? No, she wouldn't. She would like to change her schedule. When is coming in a problem for Ann? Early mornings or afternoons? That's right, early mornings. What time can Ann be in by? That's right, she can be in by 9:30. Can Ann work on Sunday mornings? No, she can't. Why not? That's right, because she has to go to church. Is Mrs. Riley helping Ann change her schedule? Yes, she is. She's calling another employee to see if she can switch some hours with Ann. Now let's take a look at Ann and Mrs. Riley as Mrs. Riley tries to fix Ann's schedule. Does Ann get a new work schedule? What day does Mrs. Riley need Ann to work longer? Let's watch and listen.
Hi, Marcia. This is Jessica at the flower shop. Yes, I'm fine, thank you. Look, Ann has a schedule conflict. I'm going to need someone to come in at 7:30 in the morning, Tuesday through Friday. Do you think you could do that? Oh, I see. Well, yes, I think we could work that out. Great. Then I'll see you tomorrow at 7:30. Bye-bye. Well, you're in luck.
She can do it?
Yes, but Marcia wants to stop working on Saturdays. Can you take her Saturday shift from 2 to 7?
Saturdays I can come in whenever you want.
Are you sure? I'm not going to change the schedule every other day.
Yes, I'm sure. Saturday is my husband's day off, so he can watch the baby.
Okay, there. So your new schedule is 9:30 to 5:30, Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 7 Saturday, right?
Right.
Okay, now remember, I'm talking about coming in 3 extra hours every Saturday. You sure you can do that?
Yes, positively.
Well, let's get those roses out.
Jessica,
Yes?
thanks.
Does Mrs. Riley reach Marcia on the phone? Yes, she does. Can Marcia switch schedules with Ann? Yes, she can. What day does Mrs. Riley need Ann to work longer? That's right, on Saturday. Can Ann work longer Saturdays? Yes, she can. Does Mrs. Riley change Ann's schedule to solve her schedule conflict? Yes, she does. Is Mrs. Riley nice to change Ann's schedule? Yes, she is. She didn't have to change Ann's schedule, but she did. Does Ann thank her boss? Yes, she does. What is Mrs. Riley's first name? That's right, it's Jessica. You're going to practice changing a work schedule. Listen to Ann ask and answer questions about her work schedule. After she asks or answers a question, you will have time to repeat it. If you need more time, just press the pause button. Let's watch and listen.
Would it be possible to change my schedule?
All right, let's take a look at your schedule. Maybe we can do something. When are your conflicts?
The only problem for me is in the early mornings, Tuesday through Friday.
I need someone to come in early. What time would you be able to come in?
I can be here by 9:30.
How often?
Every day except Sundays. I go to church on Sundays.
Are you sure 9:30 won't be a problem for you?
No, no problem at all.
Okay, then you'd finish at 5:30 Tuesday through Friday. Is that okay?
Yes, 5:30 is fine.
You're in luck. Marcia can take your early mornings.
She can do it?
Yes, but she wants to stop working on Saturdays. Can you take her Saturday shift from 10 to 7?
Saturdays I can come in whenever you want.
So, what's your new schedule?
From 9:30 to 5:30, Tuesday through Friday, and Saturdays from 10 to 7.
Right.
Thank you very much for adjusting my schedule.
You're welcome.
Now we're going to practice changing work schedules in 2 more situations. After you hear a question asked or answered, you will have time to repeat it.
Excuse me, Mr. Smith. I was wondering if I could change my work hours.
How come you want to change hours?
Because I will be starting a class soon.
When is your class?
In the afternoons. I was wondering if I could leave at 3 o'clock every day.
When could you make up the hours you will miss?
I could work all day Sunday. Is that good for you?
I do need somebody to work on Sunday. I just lost an employee. Can you work every Sunday?
You can count on me, boss.
Hello, Dee Dee. I was wondering if you might be able to switch your work schedule. We had 3 people quit last week.
I'm sure we can work something out.
Great. I desperately need somebody to come in on Tuesday and Thursday mornings. When do you think you could come in?
Thursday mornings are no problem.
What about Tuesdays?
I have class on Tuesday mornings until 10:30, but I can come in at 11.
I really needed someone earlier.
My class ends in 4 weeks, but I wouldn't have a problem after that.
I guess we'll have to make it work, won't we?
That's fine with me, but I don't know what next semester's schedule will be like yet.
We'll figure it out once we get your school schedule. You're my best part-time employee.
Thanks. I try to be flexible.
That's what I like about you. Thanks a lot. You're a real lifesaver.
You're welcome.
That was great. Now you will have a chance to practice answering questions about your work schedule. Pretend that the person that you see is your boss. Your boss will be trying to figure out your work schedule. When your boss asks you a question about your availability, answer yes or no truthfully. If, for example, your boss asks,
Are you available to work on Fridays?
you can say,
Yes, I am available for work on Fridays.
or,
I'm sorry, but I'm not available for work on Fridays.
remember to repeat the name of the day you hear. Watch our friends respond.
Are you available to work on Mondays?
Yes, I am available for work on Mondays.
No, I'm not available for work on Mondays.
Now you try it.
Are you available to work on Tuesdays? Are you available to work on Thursdays? Are you available to work on Saturdays? Are you available to work on Wednesdays? Are you available to work on Sundays?
Now the boss is going to ask you what days and times you can work.
Are you available to work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday?
If you are available to work those hours, you say,
Yes, I can work those hours.
If you cannot work these hours, say,
I can't work those hours because...
Finish the sentence with your own information. Say why you can't work those hours. Tell your boss what you're doing those hours.
No, I'm not available to work those hours because I have to go to school.
If you have to go to school, say,
I have to go to school.
if you have to work another job, say,
I have to work my other job.
if you have to take care of your family, say,
I have to take care of my family.
say whatever it is you have to do. Watch as our friends Boris and Didi answer their boss's questions.
Are you available to work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5?
No, I'm not available to work those hours because I have to go to school.
Yes, I'm available to work those hours.
Now that you know how to answer, you try it. Remember to use your own information to explain why you can't work certain hours.
Are you available to work between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. during the week? Are you available to work between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. on Sunday? Are you available to work between 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. on Thursdays? Are you available to work between 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays? Are you available to work in the mornings on the weekends? Are you available to work on Saturday nights? Are you available to work all day on Sundays? Are you available to work nights 7 days a week?
That was very good. Remember, if you need more practice, rewind the tape and repeat the exercises. This is the focused listening section of the lesson. You will need a pencil and a piece of paper or your worksheet. Many times you hear information, but you're not exactly sure that you heard the information correctly. In the next section, you will practice listening for specific information and then filling out two people's schedules. You have a chart that looks like this. Look at the worksheet. You see 3 sets of boxes marked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Listen to 3 conversations. Listen for Ann's, Mrs. Lopez's, and Sonia's work schedules. Write the correct hours under each day of the week. Let's start by listening to Ann talk to her husband. She's telling him about her new work schedule.
Hi, honey. I wanted to give you my new work schedule. I work Tuesday through Friday from 9:30 to 5:30 and 10 to 7 on Saturday.
Look at the example of Ann's schedule. It's done for you. Under Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, it says 9:30 to 5:30. Under Saturday, it says 10 o'clock to 7 o'clock. And Sunday and Monday are blank. These are the times On has to be at work. Do the same thing for Mrs. Lopez's and Sonia's work schedules. Watch On speak to Mrs. Lopez. Listen for Mrs. Lopez's work schedule. Remember, you are filling out the work schedule for Mrs. Lopez, not On.
Hello.
Hello, Mrs. Lopez. This is Ann.
Oh, hi, Ann. How are you? How's your new job?
I'm fine and it's great, but I need your help.
What can I do for you?
My boss wants me to set a regular schedule, but I'm having trouble finding someone to watch the baby.
When do you need me?
I'm supposed to work Tuesday through Friday from 9:30 to 5:30 and Saturdays from 10 to 7. Saturdays are no problem, but I need someone to watch the baby until my husband gets home from work.
Let me check my schedule. Just a minute. I have to be at the hospital on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings from 8 to 3 p.m.
What about the other days?
Let's see. I'm free on Monday and Wednesday and Friday mornings, but I have to go to the hospital from 1 to 5.
I'll see what I can work out for Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Well, maybe you should ask Sonia. She's got those mornings free. Maybe she would come over to your place and take care of the baby. It's on her way to the restaurant.
Thanks, I will. I have a number right here. Thanks again, Mrs. Lopez.
But just a minute. Why don't you stop calling me Mrs. Lopez and call me Lucy?
Okay, Lucy. Bye.
Your worksheet should look like this. Under Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you should have put 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock, because on those days, those are the times Mrs. Lopez works at the hospital. Under Tuesday and Thursday, you should have written 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock, because on those days, she works from 8 until 3. Saturday and Sunday, you should have left blank, because Mrs. Lopez didn't say she had to work on the weekend. Watch On call Sonia now to find out if she can babysit on Tuesday and Thursday mornings. Listen for Sonia's work schedule. Write in the time she's working under the correct days.
Hi, Sonia. This is Ann.
Hi, Ann. What's up? How's your new job?
I really like it. I'm calling because I wanted to check on your work schedule to see if there might be times you could babysit for me. Do you think you could?
Sure. Why don't I tell you my schedule and you can write it down? That way you'll know which days I'm available to babysit.
Great. I have pen and paper.
I work Wednesday and Friday from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesday and Thursday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. And I'm off on Sundays and Mondays.
So you don't work on Tuesdays and Thursdays?
No?
Do you think you could come over and watch Eddie for me from 8:30 to noon on those days? I can pay you.
I'd be happy to. And you don't have to pay me anything.
I will anyway. And cook you breakfast. You cook so much you must hate cooking for yourself.
You're making me hungry already. I'll see you Tuesday morning at 8:30.
Great. Thanks, Sonia. You're a real lifesaver.
Your worksheet should look like this. Under Wednesday and Friday, you should have written 10 o'clock to 7 o'clock. Under Tuesday and Thursday, it should read 1 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Under Saturday, it should read 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And Sunday and Monday should be left blank, just like the work schedule Sonia told On. You can stop the tape, rewind, and replay the conversation to try it again.
Thank you for taking the time to study with us. Let's review. Today you learned about work schedules. Next time you will learn about safety on the job. Until then, keep putting English to work.